he was able to fit us into his schedule. He's asked to be introduced by a name you probably recognize him by, as God. And I'm really surprised he made it, because if I were him, I'd be really pissed about yesterday. Yeah, that means exactly what you think it means. Yeah. Yesterday was primary day. Yeah. If I were him, I'd be really upset. Like the lightning bolts would already be hitting. But anyway, let's bring him up. A man we all know and love. Let's welcome God to the stage.
I'm back. Well, before I begin, I want to thank you, Malik, for that wonderful introduction.
You're welcome.
There's
It felt weird.
There's going to be a special place in heaven waiting for you.
Thank you.
And better yet, you're going to see it on Friday.
Nice.
That joke is about 2,000 years old. Still works. Anyway, you may be wondering why I'm appearing today after all these centuries. There's actually a couple of reasons. First, I happen to be in the solar system anyway, taking care of a crisis on Pluto. It seems the inhabitants there are very upset that Pluto is now called a dwarf planet. They think that's very un-PC. They prefer little planet. And I told them, get over it. I've got bigger problems to take care of. They don't like that joke either. And now that brings me to the other reason why I'm here. I've been listening to your scientists and theologians debate the story of creation. Fact or fiction, blah, blah, blah. That's all I hear. So I was in the neighborhood anyway. I figured I'd stop by and clear the whole thing up, and I will get right to it. First, is the universe 14 billion years old, as most of you scientists will tell you, or 6,000 years old, as many theologians believe? And the answer is yes. 14 billion years, 6,000 years, it's all the same to me. Non-linear time. Google it. Now, according to the story of creation, I created the heavens and the earth in one day. That is true. What you don't know is that I could have done the whole job in a half a day, even including a second coat of paint. So you may wonder, why did if I could have done it so quickly, did I take twice as long? One word. Unions. Oh, what a headache they were. Now, according to the story of creation, we almost tripped over the wire, and that's not going to be good for God to do. So, according to the story of creation, I created the heavens and the earth in one day. Now I'm going to go on to the Garden of Eden, where I created the first man, Adam. Now, when I created Adam, I really hadn't given any thought to creating a woman too. But then I began to wonder, why should I be responsible for creating more humans as they may be needed? Adam can do it. So one night when he was sleeping, I removed one of his ribs and created the first woman, Eve. Now I have to say at this point, Eve and most of the women who have followed her are the most beautiful creatures I have ever created in the entire universe. Up to that point, I think my best work was the platypus. Eve was far more beautiful. Now, I know I'm supposed to be infallible, but I did make one mistake in the garden. I created a snake that could talk, and it wouldn't shut up. It finally convinced Eve to take a bite of an apple from the tree of knowledge. Now, I had previously told both Adam and Eve, do whatever you want in the garden, just don't eat those fakakta apples. And Eve, using her newfound feminine wiles, enticed Adam to go along with her. So they both took bites from an apple from the tree of knowledge, and suddenly terabytes of knowledge flowed into their respective brains. And what is the first thing they discovered with this infinite knowledge they now possessed? That they were both naked. Duh. Now, what Eve did next would change the course of human history. When she looked at Adam, she laughed and laughed and laughed. Because he had a small schmeckle. Now, as you remember, when I created Adam, I hadn't given a thought to creating Eve. So I gave him a small schmeckle, just something for him to play with when he got bored. Now, I was very concerned that Adam was upset over Eve laughing at him. So I reconfigured his DNA so that men in the future would have larger schmeckles. Now, DNA is a little tricky. However, for the most part, I was successful. Most men today do have larger schmeckles. Some men, unfortunately, however, well, sorry, Malik. Well, that brings me to day 7. The day, according to the story, I rested. Did I rest? Yes. Did I have to rest? No. Why did I rest? You know the answer now. One word. Unions. Now, I do have to go. I will be back in about 2 million years. So save your seats. In the meantime, may the Force be with you. Oh, wait a minute. That's for a galaxy far, far away. How about this? Until we see each other again, peace.